We're talking about lockdown defense. Ever since I dropped that defensive strategy in the Alpha Legends group, you guys have been locking your opponents. As a matter of fact, the defensive playbook I gave you is so good that John Beast won the MCS $125,000 tournament using a defense that was in that playbook that I gave you 2 weeks before he got in the championship game. So folks, in this video, we're going to show you how to become a better user on defense so that you stop getting cooked. Don't go anywhere. We got something special for you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's another glorious day on the virtual gridiron. Welcome to Dad Son Gaming, and in this video, we're going to show you how to play better user defense. And the reason why we're going to make this video is because it was suggested by our Alpha Legend members. Now, if you want the best post-patch strategies, if you really want to improve your Madden game, consider becoming an Alpha Legend member. It is only $2.99. I'm going to show you exactly how to join and become a Alpha Legends member so that you get all the great Alpha Legend Vault content that we're dropping. And we're going to start the lab sessions coming up this week, as well as we're going to be dropping 2 offensive ebooks. If you're struggling on offense, oh my goodness, you're about to become unstoppable. You're going to light your opponents up like a Christmas tree. Here's how to become an Alpha Legends member. Tired of being caught off guard by those pesky RPOs and unstoppable stretch plays? Want to dominate your opponents with airtight defense and killer post-patch blitzes? Then look no further. Our exclusive Alpha Legend membership is your ticket to gridiron greatness. So you're probably wondering, what's in it for you to become an Alpha Legends member? Well, you're going to discover the secret sauce of post-patch blitzes that really work. Watch your opponents scramble as you send wave after wave of pressure. Also, you're going to have expert tutorials with access to in-depth tutorials that break down strategies you need to succeed step by step. You're going to also have access to live lab sessions. Participate in live lab sessions, get real-time feedback on your skills, and exclusive strategy requests, which means we're going to have a group called ALL, which stands for Alpha Legends Lab, and you can level up your game, lab with us live. You can even request strategies for anything you want to learn in Madden 24. Becoming an Alpha Legends member is easy. All you have to do is go to our channel, click join, and for $2.99 a month, you will have access to exclusive Alpha Legends Vault content. So for instance, we have our Alpha Legends Vault, and if you're not a member, you won't be able to see these videos that we drop, but all of our amazing strategies will be here in this vault. So get your Alpha Legend membership today by clicking the join button, and we'd love to see you inside this membership. So now you see how to become an Alpha Legend member. It's really easy. You're going to find that join button somewhere on the channel or even on the homepage. Click it at $2.99. It's definitely worth it. But we're going to show you some results that people are getting from using the defense that we drop. And now Lifestyle 7466 said, yo, I joined up. That defense you dropped is fire. My last opponent only scored 3 points. So worth it. Great job now, Lifestyle, of locking down your opponent. And hey, 3 points shutout is pretty good. The next person says, your strategy is the real deal. I am 50 years old. I got my first shutout, 14-0, after I get access to that new defense you showed us. So again, we got 50-year-old people shutting out opponents in Madden from this defense, so you know the defense is fire. So where does our content come from? Well, on Alpha Legends, if you are a member, you can actually suggest content. And the reason why we're making this video is because John Sams Jr. says, can you make a video for members only, how to be a great user defender? So we're going to make a little video for everyone to give you some basic tips. As members, we're going to give you even more tips. So for all the members, you guys are going to have a full session, but we do want to have the ability to help everyone who is not members. So non-members, we're going to show you some basic principles of user defense. If you are a member, we're going to dive into some advanced user type of defensive strategies that will be coming inside the vault. So without further ado, let's jump in. Let's show you how to become a better user defender. Okay, guys, we're in practice mode, and we're going to talk a little bit about the principles of becoming a great user. So let me give you principle number 1. Principle number 1 is when you're in your defense, you want to make sure you have your settings that are conducive to you being a better user. Number 1, you want to make sure your auto alignment is always on default. Auto flip, you can switch this on or off, it depends. And option defense, I always want to have this on conservative. Cornerbacks, I never like to have it on balance. I either want to have it on speed or by overall. You can make a decision on that. And then as I go down, I want to make sure I have my zone coverage on match. Match is really great. They've actually fixed it. And so those are basics. But the other thing you want to do is make sure as a user, you want to have a player that's going to animate great on interceptions. Now, not all linebackers will get a great interception animation because they can't really jump for the ball and they will drop a lot of picks. So if you want to be a good user, one of my suggestions is make sure that you get a safety that is pretty decent, pretty versatile, that can tackle. Or if you have a middle linebacker like a Fred Warner, someone that can kind of be versatile, then that would be great too. So again, getting a middle linebacker that can animate really well or that can really move fast is key. But if you can't get a good middle linebacker, then you can actually use a safety or a defensive back. So in this case, if I'm using a nickel 3-3, what I want to do is I actually want to go in here and I actually want to sub, and I would sub out this middle linebacker here, and I would sub them in for a safety, right? And then this way you have someone you can move around. So now you have a linebacker on the edge, and what you can do is you can actually put your better linebackers in, if you need to. And so, but you would definitely want to have a safety that you want to user, someone that's pretty quick. Now, whatever defense you call, it's up to you. So I'm just going to call let's just call a regular zone here. And I'm going to talk about usering principles. So I'm going to call a defensive formation here. And let me just call one that has, mesh. All right, I'm going to call mesh spot. So mesh spot literally is, if you look at the play art here, mesh spot is crossers. A lot of times, this is kind of where you want to get in trouble, or not want to get in trouble. This is where a lot of times you will get in trouble with crossers because as a user, what you guys tend to do is you will take this tight end, you will follow him all the way over, vacating the middle of the field. That's not what you want to do. If a person is running a tight end route that just kind of goes across your face, as a user, what you always want to do is you always want to be in the gap like this at the line of scrimmage. Most of you guys are starting your users like out here. You want to be in the gap or touching the line of scrimmage, and you want to hold the RT button. And the reason why you want to do that is so that you can actually be strafing back. So the idea is, I want to hike this play. The idea is you want to strafe, and you want to strafe back like this so you can move. So you see how I'm strafing? You want to make sure you're strafing and then running towards your interception. So again, a lot of you guys, you just hog tail and run it. So if I hike this play, you're trying to run here and run there, and you're not going to be able to do it. So what you want to do is you want to strafe. So if I'm going to take this top man as a user, I'm going to take Tyreek Hill as a user, and I want to strafe so I can be in position to get a pick, right? But I want to run him off into other coverage. So when you user, you want to know where you want to run your man off to. So again, I'm going to call this as a cover 2. And I want to know that I have help. So again, if you want to stop crossers, what you want to do is you want to take away anything that's immediate. You want to run this guy all the way to, again, your other zone defense. So as you play user, you literally only want to user spots where they can actually quick pass you at. So if I change the play, I'm going to show you again. If we're usering, we want to user anything quick. So we want to take away the quick route to Tyreek Hill. And right there, if he threw it, it'll be a pick. And we have help right here. So when you user, if you look at where I'm using it, I only user to the help. So again, user them to the help. Stay here. And as you see, there is help. There is help. You're taking away this. So as a user, that's what you're taking away. So again, as a user, you just want to be conscious of how you are running in areas. Now, if it's a man-to-man, it's completely different. Everyone's going to be manned up. And as a user, you're going to take the guy that's going to more than likely beat the coverage. So if you see, if I'm usering, I just want to stay in an area where I can take a lot of stuff away. And we did that. So another tip on having a great user, and this is a very basic tip, is we're going to start a new play here, is if you're in a man-to-man, you may want to change your user. So for instance, I'm going to go to a defense where I'm just going to call, let me see. I'm going to go to an SS blitz, right? So I'm going to call a play. I'm going to call the same play actually, mesh spot. Now this is a man-to-man defense. So who would I user here? Well, you would actually user the person that's on the running back. Now, I would not user this person and bring them all the way across. What you want to do, if you get in a situation like this to where the person lined up against the running back is on the opposite side of the blitz, you want to flip this. So now we flip this. I can use it at running back more effectively. And you can kind of let everything kind of play out. This is cool right here. So if you're in a man-to-man, you want to user the person that has the running back assignment. The reason why you want to user that person is because I think he needs to be on the other side. Let me see. Yeah, he needs to be on the other side. Sometimes these get a little flipped up. But you want to use the guy that is checking the running back. And the reason why you want to do that is this. If they are going out on a running back pattern, then you want to take the running back. But you also want to hover. So always as a user, hover in this line of scrimmage. I don't care where you hover at. You want to make sure you're hovering or touching the line of scrimmage because that always helps any blitz come in faster. So if I hover, then I back out, that gives my blitz time to come in. So again, I was a little too extreme there, but I want to do it again. I'm going to flip the play. And this guy, I don't know why he gets all messed up in practice mode, but I'm going to flip the play and I'm going to hover. And then I'm going to kind of go into my assignment and give my blitz a chance to get there. So anytime you, and this is just a regular blitz, but anytime you call a blitz, I'm going to go replay. As a user, you hover to give your blitz time to come in, and then you back out and you play coverage. So that is a proper way to set up a user. So you hover, you back out, and you cover. So what about run plays? How do we user the run plays? So I'm going to choose a new play. A lot of you guys are running into different run plays and you want to know, okay, man, who do I use? So if a person calls an I form, let's say they're calling, I don't know, go to a good I form here. Let's say they're calling an I form stretch, okay? And usually for that, I would actually call a zone. I'd call it cover 2 because my guys will stay in place. So who would you user? Now, pay attention to the strong side. What is the strong side? The strong side is the side that has the tight end. That is your strong side. More than likely, they're going to run that way. If they flip, I'm okay with that because, again, you don't have a tight end on the side and the safety can actually come down. So what I would do if I know it's a stretch and I'm using, I am still hovering right here. I am still hovering right here as a user. So as a user on the run, I'm still hovering. And I'm bringing my people down just like this. So if this is a stretch, and this is a little give me here, and we're going to cover this more in detail in Alpha Legends. If it's a stretch, as you see, you want to kind of user and stay and hit that backside. So what happened? Why did he get such a good tackle animation? Well, the reason why is, look, I'm in that gap I have to be accounted for. And so, and obviously Khalil Mack has no outsiders, so it's kind of tough to run on him. But when you're using the gap. Now I do get picked up, but again, I'm ready to make a play. So again, if you're going to user a run, be at least in the gap. Be in the gap so you can mess with the blocking. So I do it again. I'm running this guy right into Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack is just being a beast. So he's just coming off the end. So again, if I am usering, I am literally usering right here. They end up in the cut. Now, what happens if they cut it the opposite way? What happens if they cut it the opposite way? So I'm still right here, but I just want to run down the line. And I get picked up that time. But you still want to run down the line of where they're going to go. Now, sometimes they might flip the play on you. If they do that, then there's no real way to know. But again, you kind of want to just kind of hover right here. And wherever they're at, you just kind of want to use her. So again, when you're using, it really depends on the situation, whether you have a man-to-man or a pass. The main thing you want to do is you want to hold this RT button. Let me blow myself up and show you guys this. You want to hold this RT button on your Xbox or PlayStation because that's going to keep you square. And then basically you're going to bait. Now, how does baiting work? How do you bait? How do you bait Lurk? So let me show you how you bait Lurk pretty much if I can do this. Let's go and let's choose a new play. So this is kind of baiting with the user. So again, when you're user, you can also bait a little bit. And we're going to talk about how to do that here. And I'll do it with this mesh spot here. So what does baiting look like? Now, if I'm in a zone, it's different. Now, rule number one, if you're in a zone, it doesn't matter which one you use it right here. You can use any one. If you're in a man, you want to use the one or use a person over the running back. If you assign a person to cover the running back, like I just did here, by just pressing up to man assign, then you want to kind of bait or use the opposite person. So if you're going to bait, you want to bait this, then you want to come back. So by baiting, you're giving your defensive line a chance to come in. So let me just replay that. Baiting literally is just kind of sliding over, taking away any initial passes right here. And then also seeing that if someone is coming over top of your head, to make sure you get back to the spot as well. Now, again, always ideal to use a free safety, but if you got a good linebacker, that's good. So this is a good motion right here. This is a good bait motion as I'm coming over. I'm taking away where the ball would end up, but yet I'm coming off my assignment because I know this guy is traveling into an area of coverage. So I baited long enough for him to get into an area of potential coverage, and I would literally come here and just take anyone overhead. So that's the bait movement. So again, you can always follow a route and then come off a route to another route. So again, follow the route, but stay squared. You see how I'm squared? I'm not sprinting in one direction or another. I am staying squared. I am staying strafed to the line of scrimmage. And then I will sprint if I believe I can kind of bait right there. So again, straddle and sprint to go to your next coverage assignment. So that is a little bit about how to bait here. And if you are an Alpha Legends member, we're going to go into great detail. We're going to go into different defenses. We're going to be dropping some more defense in the vault. We're going to also drop the MCS Championship defense in the vault that John Beach used. That will be dropped in there, and a few others as well. And also, once we finish this defensive vault, we're going to move over to offense. So guys, if you're struggling on offense, I'm going to show you what may quite possibly be the most dangerous, deadly RPO offense in all of Madden. Your opponents will be ripping out their hair. It is crazy. So we're going to get to offense once we got defense covered. So folks, if this content helped you just a little bit, just a few little user tips about strafing, touching the line of scrimmage. Let's recap. Number one, if you're going to use her on a pass, touch the line of scrimmage because you will allow disengages. So again, make sure your player is at least touching the line of scrimmage, then back out to help with disengages. Number two, use that strafe button or RT, or I'm sorry, LT on Xbox, and then it would be the trigger on PlayStation. So strafe, don't sprint, strafe. Then after you bait, you can sprint to who you think they're going to go to. So those are some good user tips if you want to perfect your user. All of this takes practice. Watching the video is not going to just help you. You have to watch the video and follow the principles. So Alpha Legend members, we're going to go into great detail in another video. If you found this helpful in any way, if you found out something that you didn't know, click and subscribe to this channel and we'll bring out more and more content. Alpha Legends, let me know what video you want me to make next, and we're going to drop it on the channel. And then we're going to drop a members only version of it as well. So the members only version will be coming up in the next day or so, and we're going to go into great detail. Thank you so much for watching, folks. See you next video. Peace.